Hi, I'm Laura Lunsford, a co-author of the textbook Leadership. As an undergraduate in college, I took a course on leadership development, and I've been hooked ever since. In addition to studying the topic, I've served in a lot of formal leadership roles in different organizational types. For example, I've been the assistant dean at Campbell University, a small liberal arts college in North Carolina, and I've been the first full-time director of alumni relations at Duke University's Fuqua School of Business. I've also worked at big places like the University of Arizona and NC State, where I was the first full-time director of the Park Scholarships, a merit award program that focuses a lot on leadership. I study mentoring and leadership, and I'm particularly interested in the dark side of leadership. What makes it go so poorly, and how can we limit those negative outcomes? And increasingly, I really enjoy working with students on their own leadership development journey. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my co-author, Dr. Art Padilla. He was the original author on the first edition of the book and is a co-author with me on the second edition of the textbook Leadership. He is an expert on organizational leadership and professor emeritus at NC State University. During 1980-81, he was a Brookings Institution Fellow in Washington, D.C., and worked with the transition teams between Presidents Carter and Reagan. During the early part of his career, Dr. Padilla taught at UNC Chapel Hill and served as academic vice president in the 17-campus University of North Carolina, a pretty big job. He earned his bachelor's degree at NC State in Raleigh and his PhD at UNC Chapel Hill. He was professor and head of management at NC State and has taught courses on leadership all over the place, including at the Eller College of Management at the University of Arizona and the Cameron School of Business at UNC Wilmington. His paper on the toxic triangle was one of the most cited articles in Leadership Quarterly, and he is frequently invited to speak on the topic of toxic leadership and leadership generally. He has written about leadership and management both in professional journals and in the popular press like Washington Post, New York Times, and the Chronicle of Higher Education. Presidential search committees at several universities have used his 2005 book, Portraits in Leadership. We are glad to share with you what we know about and have learned about leadership, both from a scholarly perspective and from our practical experiences. And we hope you'll enjoy the book.